Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and happy Labor Day. This is Freddie Ewan, two-time GM of the year, current Pantheon Cup champion, and host of the TPFFKAL show. Hope everyone's having a Labor Day, a great holiday. I certainly am. It's nice to have a Monday off. Um, got an auction draft tonight that I'm looking forward to, that I'm the GM of. And of course, just 2 days away to the TPFFKAL auction draft. We're still trying to get some guys on. We had a great show with Champ and Danny. We've got some huge feedback. Don't forget to make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. We got some great feedback from everybody. Still trying to get some people on the show. We heard that, Doug is going to get on the show at some point. I think that we got a good chance of getting Doug on over some of these other guys, to quite tell you the truth. It's going to be a great show when we get Doug on. I hope he watches this. And really, we're not here to make fun of you. We're just talking football and, talking betting, fantasy football. Couple upcoming. We got, two that are guaranteed to be weekly shows. Going to do a start sit with James. Hopefully it's going to be every Friday or Saturday. We're just going to go over different players to start and sit, and going to play Monday morning quarterback with the commissioner, Rich Michelli, and that should probably be airing on every Monday. Trying to get a sports betting show on. I think that Danny and Dougie would be great for that, believe it or not, and also trying to get a DraftKings Daily Fantasy Sports one going on with DB maybe, but DB has been MIA for a while. I'm a little worried about him. Was worried about Doug, now I'm worried about DB, so hope everything's going all right. But, back to the TPFFKAL, I got sheets here scratched out, looking at different auction values and everything like that. Going to be very interesting, very interesting, very interesting. Looking at the wide receivers, going to go over the wide receivers with you really quickly. Cooper Kupp, very iffy right now. Definitely probably going to be out on game one. He is the highest rated receiver left. Big risk taking Cooper Kupp right now. Staying away from him totally. Davante Adams, great wide receiver. He's going to have a little quarterback trouble. I don't think he's going to be playing a little bit different than with Garoppolo than his boy from Fresno State. His car is down in New Orleans. I'm not too big on Davante Adams. I think the best wide receiver that is left is Stephon Diggs, who I had last year. I think Zach has Josh Allen. If you can match Diggs up with Allen, that's going to be a great thing. AJ Brown is on the list. AJ Brown, I am not too big on this year. I think Devontae Smith is just going to get better and better. Dallas Goedert's on that team. Jalen Hurts runs the ball in a lot. AJ Brown's a great receiver. Just don't think he's going to get the target share in Philadelphia to make him really worth that high value. Same thing with T. Higgins. Burrow's a little banged up. Jamar Chase is obviously the number one alpha dog and wide receiver. Higgins is the next best wide receiver I have available after that. I'm not too big on him. Deebo Samuel, I was not big on at first, but I'm getting a little bit more and more on Deebo Samuel. I know that CMC is going to take a lot of that offense away. They're going to run that through CMC, especially with the full year with San Francisco. But I still think Deebo is not a bad pickup. Keenan Allen is another guy that's on the list. I'm a little worried about him as well. They got a rookie receiver in there. Mike Williams is in there. I just don't think there's going to be enough ball share for Keenan Allen. One guy that I really like, two guys that I really like who are next up on the list. Christian Watson, I like a lot with Green Bay. Even though Aaron Rodgers is gone, I think Jordan Love's going to do fine. I think that Watson's going to be his number one alpha dog. There's not a lot of receivers on Green Bay anymore. I think Watson's going to get a lot of targets, and he's going to get a huge opportunity. The other guy that I think is going to get a huge opportunity, believe it or not, even though we're not sure what's going to happen with the quarterback situation in Tennessee, but I do think DeAndre Hopkins is actually a good choice to pick up now. Chris Godwin, Mike Evans. Mike Evans doing the holdout. Chris Godwin, don't know who their quarterback is. I think Mayfield will be fine, but it's really not going to be those alpha male receivers like, when Tom Brady was throwing them the ball. Not really big on either one of those. If I'm going to take one, it's going to be Godwin over Edmonds because of the holdout. Deontay Johnson. He didn't score any touchdowns last year, but I think he's going to be fine. I'm really not too big on George Pickens. I don't think Pickett can really feed two wide receivers like that, but Johnson's got a lot of experience. He's going to get the ball share a lot. DJ Moore, I think as long as that Bears offensive line is horrible. Fields runs the ball a lot. I think Fields might get in trouble with that offensive line being horrible. But that being said, I do not think DJ Moore is that bad. Once again, Chicago does not have a lot of wide receivers. They don't have that good of a running game. Fields is going to have to throw the ball to somebody. Why not be DJ Moore? Terry McLaughlin, not big on him at all. I think Dotson's getting better and better. Quarterback issues there. Not really sure what Sam Howell's going to do, but I'd rather have Dotson right now than McLaughlin. Jerry Jeudy's hurt. Probably gonna miss the first game, maybe the second game. I'm not big on Jerry Jeudy at all anymore either. Just because of his injuries and injury history. I will take some Denver receivers on there, like Mims. I will take them late because I think that Peyton's gonna change that offense around. I think Wilson's gonna have a much better year, but really down on Jeudy, and I was really big on him earlier in the year, but I do think he has some injury issues that are just gonna keep going and going. Marquise Brown, Arizona. I mean, Arizona's got really no one to throw the ball to, but Dobbs is, he's going to get a lot of targets, but they're going to be behind a lot. So I don't see Marquise Brown being that bad of a choice down there. Drake London is a guy that I like. I think Drake London is going to young guy, great route runner. He's going to get his share. I think he's a good pickup. Brandon Ayuk, there's a lot of mouths to feed in San Francisco now, and I think Ayuk is probably going to get not get the benefit of that. It's going to be really hard for that entire team to have that much offense. I would not take Ayuk right now. Christian Kirk, not too big on Christian Kirk either. He had a great year last year. He's got a good rep with Lawrence, but from what I've heard is Calvin Ridley had a great training camp. Calvin Ridley's going to be the alpha dog in Jacksonville. Zay Flowers is right there too. So everyone was high on Kirk last year. I'm not high on Kirk at all this year. Michael Pittman, can't see it. Anthony Richardson is going to be all. Anthony Richardson is just rookie quarterback. I don't see Pittman. I don't see them having that great of an offense. Pittman will be the number one guy, but I don't think Brandon Cooks is the guy I like on Dallas. He's the second wide receiver behind Lamb. I do like Brandon Cooks. I think he's going to get a good target share. Cortland Sutton, Denver. He's the go. I'm going after this guy. I'm targeting this guy like you wouldn't believe. Another guy that I'm targeting like you wouldn't believe is Sky Moore. I already got him on a bunch of teams. Kansas City has Patrick Mahomes. They have Travis Kelce. Kelce is going to see a lot of double and triple teams, I think, in the defense this year. Going to force Mahomes to pass and trust those wide receivers, and I think Sky Moore is one of them. Tony is if Tony can stay healthy, Tony can be one of the best wide receivers in the league, but I just don't think Tony is going to stay healthy. I'm going to give the nod to Sky Moore. I think Sky Moore is going to have a phenomenal year. JSN, Seattle, not taking them. Lockett, Metcalf. Geno Smith had a great year last year, but just don't know about him. Don't think he's going to have, maybe as a keeper to stash down, but this year's not going to do much. Jordan Addison on Minnesota, I like a lot. Best rookie wide receiver I like a lot, which I'm targeting a lot, is Zay Flowers in Baltimore. Zay Flowers has had a great preseason. Beckman's on that team. I'm not too big on Beckman. Beckman's coming off an injury. He's a lot older. They got a great quarterback in Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson can throw the ball. Lamar Jackson can throw the ball. And, take away, Mark Andrews, who's a great tight end, and he's a little banged up too, but I think Zay Flowers is going to have an excellent opportunity in Baltimore. Targeting him like crazy. Quentin Johnson, another rookie that I am not targeting much, just too much meat there. Michael Thomas. Sorry, Michael. Not targeting you at all. Juju Smith-Schuster, New England. That's a maybe. He's gonna get a little bit of ball share. Jacoby Myers, Las Vegas, don't think he's gonna get too much of a ball share. Gabe Davis, Buffalo, is actually a guy who I like this year. Gabe Davis had some great years great games and horrible games. He had games where he would show up, score 2 touchdowns, 200 yards, and games where he wouldn't catch the ball at all. I like Gabe Davis a lot this year. I heard great things about him in preseason. Don't think Diggs is going to have as great of a year before, but I do think Davis is going to have a better year than last year, and he did have a pretty good last year in some games. That's the wide receivers. I am going to go over the running backs that the TPFFKL has left in my next segment. Lots of running backs to go over. And then I'm probably going to get to the quarterbacks and tight ends at the same time, too. You know, a lot of teams have quarterbacks, but a lot of teams have tight ends, but just gonna go over those. But you know, gonna get to the running backs. That should be a fun one because there are a lot of running backs on the board. There are not a lot of wide receivers on the board. Hope on draft day you make sure you target those wide receivers often and early because there's not a lot of them on the board and you're gonna run out of them fast. So there are certain wide receivers on the list that I'm probably willing to overpay for, knowing that I can get some of these running backs probably for less value later on in the draft. That's me. Once again, Freddie Ewan, two-time GM of the Year, current Pan-Am Cup champion, host of the TPF FKAL show. We hope to get Sasquatch on, man. It's going to be great stuff. Neil, I don't know, dude. Just come on, Neil. I don't even know. I don't even know. Zach, we know about your episodes. DBMIA. And Sean, I'd love to get you on the show. I've spoken like 2 words to you in my life. Love to get you on the show, learn more about you, talk some stuff up, be a part of it, man. Be a part of the TPFFKAL community, or risk it. Be a part of the community. Come on the show, man. Don't be shy. Once again, this is Freddie Ewan, and everyone have a great Labor Day, and I will see you tomorrow.